Istanbul, the city between two worlds. There are cities built upon stone, and there are cities built upon dreams. Istanbul was built upon both. A city where continents touch, where Europe and Asia whisper across the Bosphorus, and where centuries sleep beneath the marble domes. Here, every street seems to remember an empire, every breeze carries a story, and every sunset burns like a crown upon the waters, once called Byzantium, then Constantinople, and now Istanbul. It has lived 1,000 lives and worn 1,000 names. It was the jewel of Rome, the pride of Byzantium, and the gateway of the Ottomans. Each empire carved its initials into her heart, and yet she remained her own, timeless, proud, and eternal. Walk through the city and you will feel it, the pulse of history under your feet. The call to prayer rises through the misty air, mingling with the cries of seagulls and the hum of ferries that cross the strait. The old and the new, live side by side here, not as enemies, but as reflections of one another. The Hagia Sophia, the crown of ages. At the city's heart stands Hagia Sophia, a wonder of the world. Built by Emperor Justinian nearly 15 centuries ago, its dome rises like a floating sun, vast and eternal. Once a church, then a mosque, later a museum, and again a mosque. It has changed hands as empires rose and fell, yet its grandeur never faded. Inside, light drifts through high windows, golden and silent. Mosaics of saints shimmer beside Arabic calligraphy, as if heaven itself learned to speak in many tongues. To stand beneath its dome is to feel both small and infinite. You sense the weight of centuries pressing down, but also the strange comfort of belonging to a story older than yourself. The Blue Mosque, the sky's reflection. Not far from Hagia Sophia stands her sister in stone, the Sultanahmet Mosque, better known as the Blue Mosque. Built in the early 17th century, it was the Ottoman answer to Hagia Sophia's glory. Its 6 minarets pierce the heavens. Its courtyard opens like a poem written in marble. Inside, the blue tiles shimmer like ocean waves, giving the mosque its name. When the evening azan echoes from its towers and the sky turns the same shade of blue as its walls, the mosque feels alive, as if stone itself were breathing. The faithful gather, tourists whisper, and the air grows sacred. Topkapi Palace. The seat of sultans move eastward, and you'll find Topkapi Palace, the throne of Ottoman power for nearly 400 years. Behind its mighty gates, sultans once ruled an empire that stretched from Budapest to Baghdad. The courtyards echo with ghostly footsteps of viziers, concubines, and janissaries long gone. Here, the air still smells faintly of rosewater and iron. The treasury guards relics said to belong to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the harem whispers secrets of forbidden love and silent ambition. From its balconies, one can see both Europe and Asia, the true throne of the world. The Galata Tower, watcher of time. Across the Golden Horn rises the Galata Tower, tall and unyielding, watching the city since the 14th century. Built by the Genoese, it once served as a lighthouse, then a prison, and now a sentinel for dreamers. Climb its spiral stairs and look out. The Bosphorus glimmers below. Domes and rooftops stretch endlessly, and the wind carries the scent of sea and spice. In the distance, ferries cut through silver water. Lovers take pictures. Poets sit quietly, pretending to write, but truly just trying to breathe in the beauty of Istanbul. The Grand Bazaar, heartbeat of the city. Step into the Grand Bazaar, and time dissolves. The scent of leather, spices, and Turkish delight fills the air. Merchants call out in a dozen languages, gold shimmers under lantern light, and carpets lie piled like stories waiting to be told. This bazaar has been trading for over 5 centuries, longer than many nations have existed. Every step echoes with centuries of bargaining and laughter. Here, one learns that Istanbul is not only a city of empires, but of people, ordinary souls who weave beauty into the fabric of daily life. Dolmabahce Palace, the Western dream. By the Bosphorus stands Dolmabahce Palace, a masterpiece of marble and chandeliers, where the Ottoman Empire embraced European elegance. Built in the 19th century, it glows with crystal, gold, and sorrow, for it was here that the empire's final breaths were drawn. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the founder of modern Turkey, spent his last days in this palace, and even today, the clock in his room remains frozen at the moment of his death, 9:05 a.m. Dolmabahce feels like a farewell letter, majestic, graceful, and unbearably sad. Ah, the Bosphorus, the silver river that divides and unites. To sail upon it is to glide between worlds. On one side, Europe, on the other, Asia. Palaces drift by like ghosts, seagulls dance in the wind, and the call to prayer drifts from both shores, meeting in the middle. At night, when the city lights shimmer on the water and the Bosphorus Bridge glows like a necklace of fire, you understand why poets called this city a dream floating between two seas. But to know Istanbul, you must taste it. Begin with kebabs grilled to perfection, smoky and tender. Try donors sliced from the spit, dripping with flavor. Wander through the spice markets and taste baklava, its honeyed layers melting like sweet history on your tongue. Sip Turkish tea, strong, red, served in tulip-shaped glasses. Then there is simit, the sesame bread of the morning, sold by men who shout joy into the streets. Each flavor carries a memory of empires, of families, of centuries of trade and love. Istanbul is not only seen or heard, it is eaten, smelled, and felt. When night falls, Istanbul wears its most beautiful face. The mosques glow like stars. The Bosphorus reflects the lights of two continents. Music drifts from cafes, lovers walk by the water, and the old stones seem to breathe again. The city never truly sleeps. It merely dreams with open eyes. There's a strange magic here, one that neither time nor conquest could kill. Istanbul belongs to no one and to everyone. It is the memory of empires, the melody of the muezzin, the laughter of strangers, and the golden shimmer of dawn upon the sea. And when you finally leave her, you will find her still with you, in your thoughts, your breath, and the way your heart beats a little faster at the sound of distant bells and prayer calls mixed together. For Istanbul is not a city you visit. It is a story you live. And once you have walked her streets, you become a part of that story, forever. I'm Johnny Sins, and this was Istanbul, a city where the past breathes and the future dreams. If you felt the magic of this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to explore the world, where every place has a story, and every story takes you somewhere new.